Good evening. This 28th day of February 2017. I trust you had a splendid day. My name is Zainab Ismail. We're glad you could join us on Ibro TV Primetime News. Welcome to the program. Our top story this hour. An operation to flash out killer bandits in KERIO Valley region is set to kick off today. The operation that will cover parts of Baringa North, Marquette and Pokot was announced on Monday by Deputy President William Ruto after visiting the violence-ridden area. The DP said the operation will be under one command.
After months of anarchy that has left many schools closed and thousands of people displaced, efforts to restore normalcy in KERIO Valley Belt are now in top gear. An operation to flush out bandits in the area is underway. This follows an announcement by Deputy President William Ruto that KERIO Valley region covering the parts of Baringa North, Marquette and Pokot will be gazetted as a dangerous area. The area has experienced numerous cases of cross-county cattle rustling and runaway insecurity that is now assuming a political dimension.
We have lost enough lives, we have lost enough children, we have misery in our country, women, young people, and it has to come to an end. Lazima ifike kikomo. And we are not going to submit the wishes of the majority of Kenyans to the greed of a few characters in our country. We will not. Whatever it takes, we must do what we must.
The DP said more security camps will be established in Kapkobil, Kabetwa, Mukutu and Kaben, among other areas that had witnessed cattle rustling incidents. The DP, while in Kipsaraman in Baringa North constituency, witnessed the swearing in of 151 police reservists who will join the 100 security officers from the regular police administration police, a rapid deployment unit. While at Chesongoj in Elgeyo Marakwet County, the DP inaugurated the first group of 200 newly recruited police reservists.
Na tunaamini ya kwamba hawa vijana 230 wataungana na askari wengine 250 ambao wako hapa tayari wa jeshi la polisi AP, RDU na GSU ili kudhibiti hali ya amani katika KERIO hii.
He said more than 100 million shillings will be set aside to compensate those who lost livestock in the region during the recent cattle rustling incidents. The DP at the same time asked leaders to stop politicizing issues of security along the KERIO Valley region. Reporting for Ibro TV, I'm Jeff Haimba.
The opposition outfit NASA has heightened its invasion in perceived Jubilee strongholds. After an arousing reception in Eldoret on Saturday, the opposition managed yet another triumphant entry into Meru, considered a Jubilee key zone. ODM leader Raila Odinga took the opportunity to woo support for the opposition, promising Mirao farmers market for their products. Odinga also took a swipe at the Jubilee government, which he accused of sabotaging devolution, and promised a 45% budgetary allocation for counties if NASA ascends to power. The opposition is scheduled to hold another political rally in Tharaka Nithi County today.
Political temperatures seem to be on the rise and may not drop any soon. The opposition alliance NASA has vowed to traverse the whole country irrespective of traditional, regional or political allegiance. After an arousing reception in Eldoret, the opposition played yet another charm offensive in a key Jubilee region, Meru County. In a rare show of solidarity, ODM leader Raila Odinga drummed up support for Meru Governor Peter Munya, whom he says advocates for devolution.
Munya, sisi tunaunga mkono, manake yeye anapenda ugatuzi. Na sisi kama NASA, moja ya kitu tumeweka mkazo zaidi ni mambo ya kuimarisha ugatuzi. Nataka kuona kama devolution inafanya kazi.
Odinga says the Jubilee administration has gradually sabotaged devolution through meager allocation of funds and promised to spearhead through a larger budgetary allocation of 45% to the counties.
Wakati huu mnaona wale magavana wanafanya kazi kwa uzito zaidi. Hakuna pesa ya kutosha. Pesa inakuja kama tone ya maji kwa bahari, inakuja kwa nadra. Hawapati ya kutosha, wanatosha tu kulipa mshahara, manake wanapewa 15% peke yake. Sisi tutawapatia 45%.
If elected as NASA government, Odinga says Miraa farmers will be assured of a ready market for their products.
Wakulima Miraa wanaumia zaidi. Serikali imeongeza ushuru. Hata kule Somalia wamesema sasa kama unaleta ongeza ushuru, tunaongeza ushuru. Hiyo Miraa sikuje Somalia. Sisi tutaangalia soko ya Miraa. Lakini kwamba wakulima wa Miraa wanauza mazao yao.
Odinga also took the chance to castigate the Jubilee government over the systemic strikes of doctors and university lecturers and insecurity.
Madaktari walikuwa wamegoma wakati ile, sio? Bado wamegoma mpaka wa leo. Hawajarudi, wengine wamepelekwa jela tukawatoa. Sawa? Wakati huu walimu wa vyuo vikuu vyote wamegoma. Hakuna elimu inafanyika katika vyuo vikuu vyote katika taifa la Kenya. Sawa? Wakulima wanalia. Wanalia? Wafugaji wanalia. Usalama si imezorota.
In a statement early today, Odinga said, and I quote, "We are here to sell our policies as NASA and invite the people of Meru and Tharaka Nithi and all Kenyans to join the push for lasting and change that is gathering momentum across the nation, propelled by a shared feeling that the nation is sick and needs a cure." End of quote. Political pundits are of the opinion that the NASA outfit aims at dislodging Jubilee's strongholds before harnessing its strongholds in a bid to outdo the 2013 tyrant of numbers narrative. Alan Ochanda for Ebru Prime News.
And away from that, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has set straight its preparedness of the August general elections. IBC Chairperson Wafula Chebukati says although some of its operations like publishing of election materials have been challenged in court, they are determined and committed as a commission to conduct and deliver a free, fair and peaceful election. Chebukati nevertheless assured the country of a timely procurement exercise within the set timeline. The Election Laws Amendment 2016 requires the Commission to establish an integrated electronic electoral system. The system was required to integrate biometric voter registration, electronic voter registration and electronic transmission of results. Chebukati says this is supposed to be due 4 months to the general elections and be tested 60 days to the elections, but regrets that this has not yet been achieved. The IBC has been recently under pressure, especially from the opposition, to ensure August general election is devoid of any malpractices. All right, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission again and the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission have formed a technical team which will be responsible for clearing all candidates for the 2017 general elections. IBC Chairperson Eliud Wabukala and his IEBC counterpart Wafula Chebukati assured Kenyans of clearing political aspirants with a clear integrity records right from the members of County Assembly up to the President. They said Chapter 6 of the Constitution mandates the Commission to vet eligible candidates who have no criminal records and who are able to drive the nation effectively.
The law is clear. I mentioned we have Chapter 6 of the Constitution. Then we have the Leadership Integrity Act, which sets up the EACC, which the chairman will talk about. But we also have our own statutes, which provide for how we should clear the candidates. And on the side of IBC, we have come up with draft regulations which are going before Parliament for purposes of approval by Parliament.
But us as institutions, we shall go by what we have been given under the law and try as much as possible to fulfill that on our part. And so I think we are ready. We have shared with our brothers and sisters on the other side. And together, as we make this joint team, the threshold of what we are expected to do will be established. And as the chair has indicated, we shall be offering this communication in due course.
Forgive me for repeating, but for instance, when...
And away from politics, a 20-year-old woman in Mumias, Kakamega County is nursing serious injuries after her private parts was slashed with her panga by her sister-in-law. Take a look at this bizarre incident.
Lona Nafula from Auret village has been admitted at St. Mary's Hospital in Mumias for 2 days now. She was injured after her private parts were slashed by her sister-in-law when they were fighting for a plate.
Akaanza kunitusi, pia mimi namtusi, tukaanza kupigana. Tulipigana, tukapigana. Tunapoanza kupigana tukamaliza. Bila alinisukuma nikageuka nikaangalia ukuta, akachukua panga, akanidunga huku chini. Nikaambia yeye, umenidunga huku chini. Kwa nini mbona unanidunga huku chini? Alafu anafanya nini? Alafu ananiambia nimekudunga, nipeleke pale unataka.
The patient, Lona Nafula, is said to have had a fight with Joanna Unya when the latter took long to give Nafula's plate back. It is during the commotion that Aunya took a panga and slashed her sister-in-law's private parts.
Nilikuja nyumbani jioni, huyu akaniambia mimi nimeumia. Nikauliza yeye ni wapi? Akaniambia huko chini. Nikamwambia wewe nyinyi mligombana? Ndio tuligombana. Shemeji yako akanidunga na nini? Na panga. Hapo akaniambia ninyoroshe hapo chini na nini na mafuta. Nikanyosha kidogo kidogo, nikaona imekuwa imefura kidogo. Mimi nilikuwa nadhani ni kitu ya mchezo.
According to the hospital's clinical officer, Joan Ondigo, the patient is responding well to treatment.
The patient was assaulted by non-person to her. Yes. So the patient was having valvular hematoma. Was taken into theater for valvular exploration and drainage of the hematoma.
The police are still searching for the culprit, Joanna Unya, who is said to have gone into hiding in Uganda soon after the incident. For Ebru TV, I'm Velma Mrenje.
Such kind of incidents makes us question our level of humanity as human beings, really. How could someone do such a thing to the other? Well, 8 commissioners were today sworn in by the Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwelu to head the Commission on Revenue Allocation. The new team that was sworn in at the Supreme Court in Nairobi is to serve in the Commission for a period of 6 years. Meanwhile, several members of the National Assembly have received Best Performing Awards during the Presidential National Annual Awards to members that was presided over by Speakers Justin Muturi of the National Assembly and Speaker Ekwe Thuro of the Senate. Here is the news wrap.
I will faithfully and fully, impartially, and to the best of my knowledge and ability, discharge the trust, perform the functions, and exercise the powers devolving upon me by virtue of this appointment without fear, favor, bias, affection, ill will, or prejudice.
These were the words that each of the 8 appointed commissioners that are to head the Commission on Revenue Allocation were expected to utter in order to officially assume office. The new team that is to serve for a period of 6 years is expected to guide the implementation of the Commission's new strategy plan, as well as forge working relationships with the new county governments after this year's general elections.
You already know what you have gotten yourselves into, and you've done that consciously, and we are going to be expecting that you are going to obey the oath of office that you have taken.
The members of the new commissioners are Jen Kiringai, Professor Edward Akongo Oyugi, Humphrey Watanga, Peter Kiko Kimuyu, Fauza Abdikadir, Kishanto Ole Suuji, Irene Koech Asienga, Peter Njeru Gashuba, and Kamau Thuge. The Commission's primary mandate is to recommend the basis for equitable sharing of revenue raised nationally. Meanwhile, several members of the National Assembly have received Best Performing Awards during the Presidential National Annual Awards to members that was presided over by the Speakers Justin Muturi of the National Assembly and Ekwe Ethuro of the Senate. According to the Senate Speaker Ekwe Ethuro, the members were honored after their fruitful efforts in success of the Parliament proceedings.
Kwenye viti ya kamati ambayo inaangalia vile wajumbe wametengeneza kazi katika bunge, makamati ambayo wameweka ile kazi nyingine ya kuboresha demokrasia katika bunge. Na tunashukuru kwa sababu kila mwaka tumeweza kupeana majina na rais mwenyewe ndiye amepeana hizi tuzo kwa hawa wajumbe.
Among those honored include ODM Chair John Mbadi, Kakamega County Senator Boni Halwale, and ODM nominated MP Isaac Mwaura. Purity Museo, Ebru TV.
The National Land Commission has revoked an evaluation done by the Kenya Airports Authority to compensate families occupying land earmarked for the Phase 1 of the Malindi Airport Expansion Project. Commission Chairman Mohamed Swazuri revoked the 2012 evaluation, saying it is fake since the National Land Commission is the only one mandated to do a land evaluation. Our reporter has more on this story.
This huge chunk of private land, 25 acres to be precise, has been set aside for compulsory acquisition to expand Malindi Airport. Kenya Airport Authority is expanding Malindi Airport to unlock the region's tourism potential. Although the national government released 3 million shillings to compensate 130 families which will be displaced, the National Land Commission Chairman Muhammad Swazuri has revoked evaluation done by Kenya Airport Authority. Speaking during a meeting with the residents of Kwachocha South in Malindi town, Swazuri says that although valuation was done in 2012, the Constitution mandates the National Lands Commission to acquire land for expansion of the airport, and therefore they will not recognize the 2012 valuation.
Valuation iliyofanya 2012 hatuitambui na tutaiweka kando. Fanya valuation mpya mwaka huu.
The NLC chairman says that the delays in compensating the residents of Kwachocha South was caused by lack of funds, which are now available, and that squatters who occupy land at light area shall be compensated to pave way for development.
Waliona structures, nyumba yani, waliojenga nyumba zao, na wako katika sehemu ambayo ni kwenye reservation ni ya serikali, tumekwenda iona kule, hao watalipwa.
However, Swazuri says that those who obtained title deeds illegally shall lose the ownership documents, or the gene holder shall be compensated accordingly.
Tutatuma watu sasa waje wafanye inspection ya zile property zote, alafu wafanye evaluation.
The commission chairman says that residents of the area were being misled by people who had no idea of the constitutional process of land acquisition. It is projected that the entire expansion program for Malindi International Airport will cost 5.6 billion shillings. Njeri Njogo, Ebru TV.
All right, taking a look at what's been making headlines in the world of business. The Ministry of Tourism is projecting a revenue of 92 billion shillings this financial year, which will be an increase of 20% from the 84.6 billion shillings collected last year from the sector. The sector is also expecting the number of tourists to increase from 1.18 million in 2016 to 1.34 this year.
The country's tourism sector is expected to improve despite being an election year. Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Fatuma Hersi, said tourism has improved in the last 1 year, adding that the ministry is expected to attain its projection.
Tourism has come up a lot in the last 1 year, and we hope that by the end of this financial year we'll have reached 20% growth. Considering it's a political year, we really don't want to put our targets too high, But we will keep improving, and hopefully, inshallah, nothing untoward will happen after elections.
Hirsi appealed to the politicians to consider the country first by preaching peace in order to avoid chaos, which may scare away tourists.
Appeal to the political elites and the people who are going into political campaign mode now to really take into consideration that this country is ours, and we are actually going to hurt tourism if the issues that they raise and the noises, the temperatures rise, it will affect this country.
Environment Principal Secretary Margaret Makima said the partnership between the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Environment is aimed at finding the best solution to create sustainable beach management. She added that the beach was a key package of tourism due to the ecosystem, including coral reef, land, sea and grass beds, marine national park and research.
Coastal tourism is basically beach. It's a bit of culture, but much of it is beach. And why do they come for the beach? It's because of the sun, the sand, but also because of the ecosystem, the coral reef gardens, the sea grass beds, but also the water sports.
The two were speaking at Malindi during the official opening of partnership between the Ministry of Tourism together with the Ministry of Environment, Natural Resources and other stakeholders to boost ecotourism in the country. Victor Muturi, Ebru TV.
Right, we're going to take a short break now. We'll be back with sports news. Welcome back. Kenya is on the international limelight as it inches closer to hosting the 2017 International Association of Athletics Federation IAAF Under-18 Championships after First Lady Margaret Kenyatta launched the official website for the iconic event today at the Moi International Sports Centre, Kasarani.
Kenya's First Lady and event patron Margaret Kenyatta today declared the success of the Nairobi 2017 IAAF World Under-18 Championships will boost chances of the country holding a bigger event in the future. With only 134 days to the kickoff of the 10th edition of IAAF in Nairobi, slated for July 12th to 16th, the First Lady said the website will serve as the nerve center of the championships, providing information to the stakeholders.
This important platform will serve as the nerve center of the championships, providing information to participants, stakeholders, and also serve the thousands of visitors who are planning to visit our country for the championships, many of them for the first time.
Besides being the point of contact for the attendees and participants, the website will also serve as their connection to Kenya.
The website will be the primary point of contact for many participants and attendees of the event, their first connection with Kenya. So I want to thank the developers and designers who created this website for their fantastic work, and urge those in charge of maintaining the platform to ensure that it reflects the very best of our country.
A total of 2,000 athletes of various disciplines are expected in Nairobi in July, where they will be representing over 150 countries from all over the world. During the previous 9th edition of IAAF Championship held in Poland, Germany, Canada, Morocco, Czech Republic, Italy, France, Ukraine and Colombia, Kenya has always emerged between position 1 to 3, beating many other world sporting giants. Invitations have already been sent out to all 214 IAAF member countries, requesting them to send in names of athletes that will represent their countries.
IAAF and Athletics Kenya has sent an official invitation to all the 214 member countries of IAAF. This letter that invited all the countries was sent on the 14th of February this year.
Sporting fans have no hope that no country can beat Kenya in the home during the forthcoming event. Davis Mberia, Sports News, Ebru.
Right, English Premier League side Hull City beat Sportpesa All-Stars 2-1 in a friendly match played on Monday, February 27th at the KCOM Stadium. Elliot Holmes scored the first goal for the hosts before they benefited from a second-half own goal from Gor Mahia's Haron Shakava. Kenya's goal was scored by Humphrey Miano. The man of the match was Osborne Monday, who was since transferred to Kariobangi Sharks from Tusker. Take a look. When news reaching us say that people born on the last day of February of a leap year celebrated their birthday today, and lucky me, I celebrated mine right in the newsroom. Here is a short video.
Happy birthday to you. Let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zainab. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, love, Linda. Happy birthday, Chum, with love, Kafengoma. Happy birthday, my beautiful princess. Colin. Alafu mwisho kabisa, ewa, happy birthday Zainab. Nani kama wewe, Victor Etete. All the best. Atakuwa tunajua bali. Nenda mumunye. Mumunye. Sawa sawa. Haya. Thank you. Bye.
So that happened earlier on in the newsroom. I had no idea this was coming up, but I just want to thank everybody who made that my birthday a success, or wishing me happy birthday. I mean, Collins, Lucy, Steve Urban, Linda, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Phantom, you're awesome. Thank you so very much. Well, and the technical team, oh my God, how can I forget? Beth, Tracy, I love you all so much. Well, that wraps up our bulletin this evening. Many thanks for keeping us company. My name is Zainab Ismail. Happy birthday to me. Have a lovely evening.